Hi James, I'm Paul Edwards from DC World here in the UK.
Hey Paul.
Congratulations on this show. Now, one thing I've got to ask you, which I'm going to look forward to seeing every week, how the hell did you come up with the intro for this episode, this every week's episode?
Well, I mean, it was in there from the very beginning. I mean, it's in the script from the beginning. You know, I wrote all 8 scripts in about 8 weeks. Yeah. When I first sat down to write episode 1, I wrote the scene with Jamil and Peacemaker, and then it goes directly into the dance sequence. So it was always written there. And then I had the help of a woman by the name of Carissa Barton, who's a choreographer in Vancouver, who helped us to put the dance together, which was pretty much described as just a really, really odd dance with no one showing any emotion whatsoever.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. Was it hard going from Suicide Squad to this, although this recaps at the beginning so you don't need to see the film, to first cast Peacemaker and secondly to get it to the studios to like go against, look, this is this character we've not seen on the screens before? Was it hard on convincing them to let this happen?
No, it's the opposite. I didn't convince anybody of anything. Oh. They came to me and they were like, if you were to make a television show from any of the characters in the Suicide Squad, who would it be? And actually it was, Peter Safran, the producer who produces a bunch of DC stuff, who said it to me. He was one of my best friends. And he said it would be Peacemaker, wouldn't it? And I'm like, definitely Peacemaker. I just thought that he had the most places to go. I thought that John and I talked a lot about who this guy was and how awkward he is and how uncomfortable he feels in his own skin, about where he came from. And none of that stuff is really in the Suicide Squad. So I knew that there was a big story there to tell. So, so there was no convincing. I basically said I wanted to do Peacemaker, and they're like, okay, how much will it cost? And then we said this much, and they said, let's go. Oh. And like I said, I wrote it in 8 weeks. It was in the middle of the darkest part of COVID, so I was depressed and stuck at home. And this thing was really the light of my life at that time. I went to bed all night worried about everything that was going on, and then woke up and was just, really involved in this magical world of Peacemaker, and really fell in love with the characters myself. So it was just writing it was wonderful for me.
Oh, you should be very proud, James. It's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.